crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, RoadToRoad.com with your morning horn of your sip of chaga coffee. Every time I say chaga coffee, it means I'm ingesting more chaga. I did my vitamin D and all my regiment of supplements. We're coming into the winter, so we all know what happens in the winter. Everybody gets a cold. They're going to call it a very deadly cold, but hey, you can protect yourself. Don't count on the government to protect you. The government is out for you. They are going to go after you. You can protect yourself. Take your chaga, take your vitamin D, take your vitamin C, take everything you can to remove whatever's going to attack us physically. All right, I'm going to let it lie there. On the private road, the Penny Kelly discussion that I had with her the other day is on fire. People are loving that, and we can talk about anything on that. Again, it's the private road, so YouTube can't go after me there. Very great discussion. Penny has spent 50 years studying spirituality and health and wellness, and amazing encyclopedia of information, really, of stuff that, I had just, how long have I been spiritual? You guys know, maybe 5 years, 6 years. Although, going back, we discuss, the things that I really didn't understand with spirituality. I wrote 4 books on conversations with God about gold and silver long before I even knew I was even kind of spiritual. Don't ask me how the world works. Ask Penny. She's got a great understanding of it. So go to the private road. Go check out the Penny Kelly discussion called "Like It or Not, the Whole World is About to Evolve." Absolutely. And on that note, I just got done with a discussion with our amazing friend Jenny Moonstone. This will be added to the Jenny Moonstone page on the private road as well. She also talks about things that the world, the YouTube world and the woke world don't want you to know. That's why the private road is so important. We get to talk about things that are banned from the conversation. So, all you're going to get is one side of the conversation, which means that's total control by whoever controls that media outlet. Hopefully that'll break down soon. I think it will. But right now, you're not getting the whole full story. So the first part, we did 2 parts. I did another one of the blank envelopes, and I put a picture inside and asked questions about them. And she does an amazing job in discovering some of that stuff. That's part 2. Part 1 is all about silver. We went, there's so much going on in silver right now. The Queen of Coins, that's the big card that she pulled for silver. And we went through month to month. How will it do in November, December, January, February? I think those are the most important months. And she comes up with some amazing information that I think everybody, we work together on this. So she'll see the spiritual side of it, what's going on in those woo-woo realms. And I bring it back to home and say, well, here's what's happening in November, December, January, February. What is happening in silver? So we'll be posting about an hour on the private road at roadtoroad.com. If you go to the private road, just go down to the Jenny Moonstone area. Private road is right at the top. You'll find the Penny Kelly stuff. And then there's the Jenny Moonstone readings. You could get all of them. I mean, these go back. There's so many good ones. And it's got an archive, so you can just go back. I don't even know how many. But Josh right now is working on the greatest hits of Jenny and silver. And it's a 3-part series. That's how long Jenny and I have been discussing this. And she told me, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago that silver would go through a hibernation period. And it's coming out of the hibernation period right now. So go check that out on the private road. At Road to Root, where is silver? It is just ticking on the end of the hibernation. If you go to the Road to Root, where is it? The public road. Yesterday's video was all about these technical marks. We've crossed over the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and that's what the bad guys are gunning for. They're going to Now, usually when they pass over a tech moving average, all the tech players run in, then they slam it back down to mess them up, and then they'll let it run. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we are inching up. See right in here, $25. I think it's 40. Well, let's take a look. This is the 200-day moving average, so it's the big one, the big long one. It moves very slowly. Right now, the 200-day moving average is at $25.48. And look how close we've come when we got really close. Here, we got to 25.36. I mean, we're literally pennies away from breaking that, the moving averages. Now, what will happen is after it breaks the moving average, there's nothing to stop it for a little bit. It runs a little bit. The bad guys try to control it. Don't get too many people excited. So it could run up to 30 and then get slammed down for a bit. Or it could go right through 30 and leave people behind. And that would be catastrophic for the banks, so they're going to do anything they can. $600 silver or $800 silver, as Penny says, will not be seen. Will not be seen on the comics. That would mean that the top four shorts would lose $130 billion, and none of those shorts, which are too big to fill banks, could ever get that silver delivered or pay the money back. So the comics would shut down before that happened. But that's kind of where we have to go. We have to go to the shutdown of the comics. Comics is the only exchange on the planet that determines the price of silver. LBMA is not an exchange. It's not even, it's irrelevant. Let's just say that. They claim to transfer, I think it was 3 billion ounces of, no. It was 100 billion. 100 billion ounces of silver every year. It's just stupid. If I was a UK regulator, I'd be completely embarrassed for my regulatory abilities. It's pathetic. And everybody knows that London is the heart of the crimes on the financial world. So, yes, the LBMA has nothing to do with silver price. But the price determined and shown on the news and at all your silver shops is the price on the comics, which is futures and options. So anything over $50, they'll shut down. So those are our fights. Right now it's $24 or $25.48. And then the next fight will be at 30. The next fight will be at 50. Then it's blue sky. Above 50 is where fair market value lies. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what fair market value of silver is. It hasn't been seen in over 170 years. So I'm real excited to see it. I'm real excited that the power of free markets will take over. And then at some point, some ambitious and honest entity will create a new silver market where only silver is traded for fiat money. That's it. There's no futures, there's no options, there's no bullshit, and there's no high-frequency trading. Vincent Viola will be in jail. Blythe Masters will be in jail. Jamie Dimon will be in jail. The criminals over at Deutsche Bank, HSBC, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, they'll all be in jail. That's at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the yellow brick road. That's what lies for humanity. Honest trades, honest dealings, and the understanding that silver is the most valuable investment on the planet by far. Without silver, our life changes drastically. It'd be like going into the Stone Ages. Silver is necessary in computers and cell phones, in flat screen TVs, in solar panels, in electric cars. You name it, silver is absolutely necessary. So, yeah, if gold went away tomorrow, no one would really care. And there's so much gold all over the world. The Chocolate Mountain in California that Dianne Feinstein locked up. Obviously, the Grand Canyon has massive amounts of gold. And Penny and I talked about some of the issues with gold and silver and the sun. Cliff High just had a new discussion of the sun, how the sun is. He doesn't believe that it can go many supernovas. I don't either. I think it's a birthing process, and I've thought that a long time after doing research on it, because the sun is, you can fit 1.3 million Earths into the sun. That's how big it is. and it does create matter inside the sun, inside the plasma of the sun. So it is creating gold, as I've said for a long time. It's creating all kinds of metals. But I think gold is the main one. Now, silver, I don't know. I don't know. The moon has something to do with silver. We shot a rocket into the moon, and it hit a random part of the moon, and they measured what's in the dust, and there was silver in the dust. Believe it or not. That's just, I mean, that blew my mind that a random shot, if you hit planet Earth with a random missile, you're not going to find silver in the dust. On the moon, apparently, the single shot that they plowed into the moon, there was silver all over that in the dust of that. So I'm not so sure where silver comes from. Clearly, it comes from stars, but I don't know how much is in the sun, our sun. And that's how I believe also that the gold in the Grand Canyon, how it got there. There's so much gold in the Grand Canyon, millions of tons of gold, not the 250,000 tons that Jeffrey Christian will tell you has been mined that is on the planet, but there's millions of tons of gold in the Grand Canyon. And it probably got there, was deposited there by the sun at the time that the electrical discharge between the sun and Venus and the Earth happened to create the Grand Canyon, a cataclysm that most religions and just about all religions and all historical legends of tribes around the world document this event. It's really interesting. So, yeah, lots more to go on that. Again, here we are. There's the moving averages. That's the 50-day. That's the 100-day. And this is the 200-day. Just silver. They're holding it back just once it goes past that. And there's big entities that can make it go past that. Then all the tech funds have to close out their shorts and go long. Well, just to close out the short means someone's got to be on the buying end. So if it closes over that 200-day moving average, that's when the rocket fuel kicks in. Now, I mean, somebody has to be on, the buying end of the shorts. So basically, somebody has to sell short. Because when you close out a short, you got to be a buyer. So somebody has to sell you the other end of that transaction. Who in their right mind would be shorting silver now? The tech funds do it only because of these lines. So when it goes over that line, their job is to remove their short and go long. So when they remove their short, they have to have someone at the other end. It could end instantly. I mean, the silver manipulation could end in a blink of an eye. All it takes is these big criminal banks to stop shorting into the rise. And there's only a handful of them, less than 10. And they collude together, and they use the trading programs of Vincent Viola, of Virtu Financial, in case you're wondering. They are an authorized participant of SLV also, by the way. But as far as I know, Virtu Financial has never taken physical delivery of silver through the COMEX way. I think they just deal in the derivatives, just computer high frequency trading. But yeah, if you're going to throw another person in jail, it's Vinny Viola for many reasons. But that's where we are in silver. In cryptos, this is a nice pullback. Again, cryptos are rigged. So many people have told me, oh, Bix is going to go up to 100 in December, and then we're going to sell it and buy silver. Bitcoin will go up to 100, sell half of my cryptos and then buy silver. So many people are telling me that it's impossible for that to happen. Sorry, guys. Now there's only two ways this can go down. It could be running into December or running to the end of November and just crash from there. People trying to get out early and the banksters causing the crash. Or what I think is more likely, we get into December, we hit 100,000, there's a fake mini crash, everybody tries to sell and get out, and it's like a flash crash. And then the smart money keeps it running to 200, 300,000 into January, February, and then all the morons who sold try to get back in, they finally get back in, and then the dump happens. So there's many other scenarios that could happen. My take, if you're going to want to unload some cryptos, do it now into silver. Don't wait. You can dollar cost average into silver from your cryptos right now. But I'm a hodler. I'm just going to hold on through it. I know in 3 or 4 years, Bitcoin's going to be in the millions. So, I mean, unless you need the money right now, why waste it? I mean, you could miss out on the biggest move ever in cryptos. But yeah, but there will be another 90% drop. I don't know from what point it will come. I just don't think it's the point that everybody thinks it's going to come. As a matter of fact, they probably create that meme that, oh, sell in December when Bitcoin hits 100,000, then you'll be rich. It's a way to fleece people of their cryptos, and then they'll run it to 300,000. People will get in and they'll slam it down. So I don't know. I'm a hodler. If you're a hodler, you don't have to worry about any of that shit, right? But again, if you're looking to balance out your portfolio, which I highly recommend, I'd like to try to keep it at 50-50, 50% silver, physical silver, and 50% cryptos. So sometimes it's hard to do. Speaking of cryptos, Theta has a new announcement, another partner. The key to this is partnerships. I had an understanding with some of my spirit guides, and all they were doing is screaming partnerships, all about the partnerships as far as Theta. And here's the latest partnership is with Fuse. Fuse, the Theta Network, is excited to welcome Fuse Media to our latest branded media partner, bringing their top talent to exclusive NFT campaigns on the Theta Drop. Joining Katy Perry, World Tour Poker, One Championship, Fuse continues to build out Theta Drop's roster of media and entertainment talent, releasing NFTs exclusively on the Theta Network. These marquee brand partnerships include building their NFTs on the Theta NFT smart contract platform, incorporating exclusive NFT drops as part of live experiences for movies and shows across multiple seasons, utilizing Theta's P2P infrastructure to incentivize viewers with T-Fuel, and introducing a fan reward and engagement program. All of these aspects combined form the basis of the Theta ecosystem, delivering value across the media and entertainment space and further establishing Theta as the leading blockchain for media and entertainment. Absolutely. Theta has done everything right. Everything right. And it's a long-term kind of right. They don't think short-term. They think, who should we partner with? They don't care what the price is today. They know it'll be in the thousands in the near future. In the thousands. And right now, Theta is like $7. This is how generational wealth is built. Most people look at cryptos and just say, oh, this one went up, so I'm going to chase after it. Shiba Inu, this one went up, so I'm going to chase after it. They chase after it, and they lose their ass. It's down 50% now, 40%, something like that. And why? Why did they chase after it? It's only because the price went up. Pick the right cryptos that are doing the right things and tuck them away. Cryptos are our future, not our present. Right now, it's all about the money grabs. Which one's going to run up? What am I going to chase? There's no reason to have 50 cryptos in your portfolio. Pick the ones that are going to survive, and you're going to do just fine. Anyway, Fuse Media is a Latino-owned multi-platform entertainment company dedicated to documenting and celebrating increasingly blended America through engaging and vibrant storytelling. Absolutely. America is a melting pot. We know that. Now, we don't have to, go stock crazy in the woke world. It should happen naturally. The integration of all cultures should naturally form into the United States of America. I think the United States of America is going to break up into different sections. That's not necessarily a bad thing. All it means is the federal government will get out of the game. The federal government currently employs, I think it's 30 million people directly and indirectly work for the government. Federal, local, and state. 30 million. It's 10% of the population. Our country was not set up for that kind of bullshit. That is complete control of humanity when you have a government telling you what to do. The government's going to go through the people within the government are going to go through some very tough times over the next couple of months. They'll be lucky they're not even going to keep their job. They'll be lucky to survive, if you ask me. We'll find out. All right. Another interesting thing, and this is why the government's going to get kicked out. The government, including the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. Judge orders FBI to stop extracting data from Veritas devices amid mystery leaks to the New York Times. This is not a mystery. So James O'Keefe is the head guy over at Veritas. They exposed the criminality in the deep state and within corporations. They raided the FBI. Federal officials raided this guy's house for no reason, took a device of his two of his phones, and are extracting information from them and giving them to the New York Times. This is, if you're wondering what the deep state is, this is exactly what is done. An extraction of information given to the New York Times. We know exactly who did it within the FBI, because there's a chain of custody of anything confiscated. It would be 5 or 6 people. Why aren't they arrested today? Those people within the FBI. And they did it. The New York Times knows they did it because they published it. Who are the people within the New York Times? Arrest them as well. This is what tyranny looks like. This is the worst part of losing our country. Is our freedom and our liberty is gone. And freedom of the press is the number one thing, even bigger than guns. Because freedom of speech and freedom of the press, that's the key to changing people's minds. And when you change people's minds, you change the country. If you only allow one side of the argument to be argued against, you can't blame the crazy Democrats for not understanding the full picture. You can't. That's all they're hearing. And this bullshit like this, these people need to go to jail. The FBI agents who had access to this phone should all be tried for treason. Treason. And all their senior leaders should be tried for treason because they clearly approved something like this. Something like this has to be approved from the very top of the FBI. We should be bringing treason charges against these people. And luckily a judge is saying, hey, what the fuck? So, keep fighting, America. We'll get there. Anyway, to join the Road to Ruta, go to roadtoruta.com. Hit subscribe today. Oh, by the way, if you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button because for some reason, I lost 100 subscribers yesterday. And some random reason. The YouTube algorithms. It's not the algorithm. It's people. The algorithm it's gotten down to people are deleting stuff on YouTube because they want to frame the discussion and continue the mind control. So click subscribe. Even if you clicked it before, make sure you are subscribed to the Road to Ruta channel. And if you want to join the private road, go to roadtoruta.com. Hit subscribe today. We still have a sweepstakes for November. We're giving away $5,000 worth of Theta and Theta Fuel. Go check that out as well. But for a private member, we're giving away 50 T-Fuel loaded on a paper wallet and sent to your front door. So, and you get all the access to the Penny Kelly stuff, the Jenny Moonstone stuff, all the Road to Ruta information that you need to move forward. This is Bix Weir.
Hey, Road to Ruta followers. I'm Josh Lake, and I'm here today with Bix Weir, and we have some very exciting news for you guys. We are so proud to announce our first ever sweepstakes here on the Road to Ruta, where we're giving away $5,000 worth of our favorite cryptocurrencies, Theta and T-Fuel. So we're hosting the sweepstakes throughout the whole month of November because November is all about Thanksgiving. This is our way of saying thank you to all of our followers and all of our supporters for all of the love over the years, and to give one of you guys the chance to really change your financial future. This is a first for us here on the Road to Ruta. We've never done anything like this before, and we're so excited to see how it goes, and we hope you guys are excited to participate as well. So go to our sweepstakes page on the website, fill out the form, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Theta TV, and then just sit back and wait to find out if you become the winner of our very first sweepstakes ever. You'll get your chance to win, and we wish you guys the best of luck.